Coming up on 75 participants here, so we'll be
All
getting
right, we'll go
started
ahead and get
shortly.
started. Good morning, everybody. We've
Hey,
got
John,
some
how's it going?
great. How are you doing, Michael?
Doing good, doing good. We've been busy.
Yeah, we have, man. We've gotten a lot of stuff done. I was up till 4 o'clock last night finalizing some 4 a.m. last night finalizing some new deals. So,
I
uh,
know. I saw. I was looking around for getting all our new AMAs, our partner AMAs, and I saw that you were up until then. So I've been telling them to just hold off.
oh yeah. I got hit up, by the way, by like 4 or 5 more big AMA groups last night.
Thanks.
I know that we made a deal with one AMA group. We'll go into that in a little bit. But yeah, it's been really exciting. A lot of big movements starting to come back after our hectic week last week. But that's what this is all about, right? Keep moving.
Yeah,
So why don't we get
absolutely.
into it? Let's go ahead and get into it. So first thing I want to let you guys know is Digifinex finally announced on their uh, their news portal. They finally announced that they're listing us. Hallelujah. It's happening. And it's going to be the first full tokenomics integration that we've done to this point, which is why it took so long to do it. So they do about a 1.5 billion a day on coin ranking. They are number 7, I think, number 6 or number 7. So this is a very high rated, high throughput exchange that's going to push a lot of volume. In addition to getting listed, we're doing a trading competition, which will require people to trade more than 2,000, and anybody who has more than 2,000 will participate. I think the top 10 or top 5 people, something like that, will participate in a $5,000 giveaway that Digifinex is doing. So real good marketing going to come out of that. In addition, they're going to be posting us on their Twitter, and we're going to get a rotation on their homepage banner for several days. So that's going to be really, really good for us. That's going to be launching just in time for the weekend, which is also, we think, really good for us because today and tomorrow and Friday, I believe, we're doing the AMA here. And then we got some other ones that I'll talk about here in a little bit. But we've got several more exchanges that are lined up. So I did finish a negotiation with LA Token last night. That one is a great deal because they have a huge Twitter following. I think let me go back and look at their Twitter following for LA Token. It was so late last night when I was looking at all this. Yeah, they have 308,000 followers. So I made a deal with them last night for some really exciting stuff. So let me tell you guys what they're gonna be doing for us. So the first thing is they're going to give us a top banner spot on their website for 7 days. Okay, they've negotiated that into the deal. They're going to give us a pinned tweet for 3 days on their Twitter page. Huge. Okay, they're going to do trading competition, airdrops, and the thing that I'm looking forward to the most, LA Token has something they call VCTV on their website, and I've watched several of them, and they give out, they have anywhere from 600 to 3,000 viewers on those VCTV shows. And so they're going to give us one free pitch essentially on their VCTV, where they have VCs come on. And again, I've watched several of them, and I think that it's going to be a really good opportunity for us to get in front of real VCs, real investors, and show them what we're about and get some real true feedback on what we're doing and how excited they are to hear about it. So I think that's going to be massive. So we've got LA Token, and then we've also got a few other ones that I won't go into right now, but one of them is finalized, and we're just looking at getting those out. So probably first thing next week, we'll be making some more announcements about new exchanges, but LA Token is the next one on the list. So just be ready for that. That's the great news coming out of the exchanges. Let's talk about BSC. There have been a lot of questions on BSC. So BSC, we have a support portal FAQ that we built. So to answer all your questions, I believe we have two. Michael, we have two portal information.
We have the article that is on the support portal, and then we actually have the news.banksocial.io blog post that outlines really the entire plan.
Well, I thought we had two on the support portal, one for the airdrop and one for the general BSC expansion. I think there are two different articles. I think one is for the generalized BSC expansion, and the other one is for just the airdrop, how the airdrop will work for people's questions. Either way, support portal is where you'll find that. support.banksocial.io. Go ahead and look there. If you have any more questions, you can also submit something to the support portal. But just to go over it at high level, this is going to get us to a huge audience, increased wallets, more influence, smaller wallets. It's a real good thing for us. So we're doing an airdrop to all token holders. We're not getting rid of the ERC side. The ERC side is going to stick around. It's going to be what our primary, we're using for all of our fiat to token, for example, is going to be on ERC. The other side of the exchanges, all the exchanges are going to be on the ERC side. So everything, all the big stuff is going to be happening on the ERC side. BSC is really an expansion to a much wider audience, growing our wallet sizes significantly, and then more influence as we grow wallets. So a lot of stuff, a lot of information on the support portal about that, support.banksocial.io, which leads me to our next bit of information. We've launched our news portal. So we now are going to be giving out official news through the news.banksocial.io site. It's going to be a great place to stay up to date with big, exciting announcements. It's also got an RSS feed that you can subscribe to. So if you want something that delivers information to you, you can subscribe to the RSS feed and you can get that. Okay. So that's from the news front. That's what we got there. Let me talk about the AMAs, because we've seen some great action from these AMAs when we do them. So Michael has taken the initiative to go out and find these really great, really big groups, because we've seen that in the last several ones we've done, whenever we have like 30,000, 25,000 with 3,000 or 4,000 people in there at the same time, we tend to grow our group and we tend to have some volume come in at the same time or shortly after as people are looking at us. So I think everybody really likes those. And so we've lined up several of them. So just looking here, I'm looking through the new calendar we created. 1 second. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got five of them lined up right now. So really big moves that we're making. And we've got one, a couple of these are massive AMAs. I think one of them has like 70,000 people in their group. And on any given AMA, they have anywhere from 8 to 15,000 people that join the AMA to check out a new project. So, and the other one that Michael's working on right now is even bigger than that. I think they have almost 100,000 people in their group, and they have about 25,000 people on for an AMA. So some massive AMAs coming up where we're really going to get out and be able to showcase Bank Social to the world. And we think that this is hitting in a prime time in our life cycle. So very, very excited for that. Again, we've got 5 of those coming up. Several of those they're all big, 30,000 plus, but 2 of those are massive, like 80,000, 60 to 80,000 plus. So very, very cool. We're very excited about those. And so those are going to be posted. I think we've already posted a couple of them. Watch socials, watch your social media. We'll be doing that. We'll be announcing those at least a day or so before, just so that everybody's kind of primed on what's coming up. And with that, I'd like to talk about some moves that we've made internally to get ourselves, our internal teams, in a position to coordinate, communicate, and execute much better. So we've gone ahead and we were using a project management suite called Trello. We've gone ahead and we've jumped into a more sophisticated project management suite. We've got boards, we've got timelines, we've got calendars that we are starting to really get the flow of what our next 2 to 3 weeks is going to look like, so that a lot of content, a lot of communication, a lot of AMAs, a lot of information that's coordinated, synchronized, and coming at you guys consistently, and coming at the world consistently is what we've been focusing on for the last several days since the end of last week. And I can feel like already, and I think the community, you're going to start to see it. I know that our core group and our core volunteer groups, they are extremely excited about this. I think, I won't even speak for them. I'm sure Michael can enjoy, and some of the other guys and girls who've been, or ladies and men.
Oh yeah, it's a huge improvement.
It's been a huge improvement. And so, we were hoping that, earlier on, this would happen earlier on. We were moving at light speed. As you guys know, we had some people who didn't have the best interest of what we were doing at heart. But we're past all that. We've looked at that. We've taken the feedback from the community and we've implemented it very, very quickly. And I'm looking at the calendar right now. That's why I've been able to tell you about exactly how many AMAs we have coming up and what posts we have coming up and all this information. So you're going to really start to see some consistency again, and some great communication coming out of the group, consistent communication that really starts to give the world a better understanding of what we do in a more consistent manner. So we're very, very excited about how that's shaping up. And that's going to continue to improve. These are just the very, very first stages of that, but it's already very organized. It's already, weeks and weeks ahead of where we were last week. So very excited about that. I'll come up on some contests that we have running right now. So what we want to do is we're going to be running a contest called 5X the Community. Okay. The rules are simple. Okay. Stay tuned for the official post on the Facebook group. We're going to do it in the Facebook group. Okay. You must like and share the post. You must invite at least 5 people to join our Facebook group. And the most invites that join that group win prizes awarded for the first, second, and third place. Okay. You can share our Facebook group on all social media platforms to win, but new members to the group are what count. So we're doing this on platforms where we can track the amount of users that a specific person invites in. So again, 5X the Community. Watch for the official post that's going to be coming out on the Facebook group. You must like and share the post. You must invite at least 5 people to join the official Facebook group, the group. You can invite them to join both the page and the group, but the group is the one we're tracking now, and we'll award prizes to first, second, and third place. So that's starting very, very soon. I don't know the exact time we'll make that post announcement, but just be watching. We'll announce it all over social media. We'll announce it in our Facebook group, of course, and in the Telegram. The other thing you're going to be seeing is we've got a big outreach going on right now for the Telegram group and socials to grow the Telegram group. So I think you guys have seen over the last several days, the Telegram group has been growing steadily. So what we're doing is working. So we're going to ramp up those efforts significantly. And you're going to start to see the Telegram group really, really take off with organic reach. So again, the last few days, we've been doing it in smaller tests. Again, I think everybody has seen how it's been bringing in 4, 5, 6 people here and there, 7, 8 people here and there. We're growing the group. We're growing the number of organic people who are interacting with the group. And so it's been very, very good. It's been very, very solid for the last several days. And so we are going to ramp up those efforts, and you'll start to see those efforts come to fruition here over the next few days as we get. And then when we compound that with the AMAs, when we compound that with the Digifinex they've already listed it on their news portal, but as soon as they put it on their Twitter, we'll see even more. So a lot of that is culminating here over the next several days. We wanted to really start to plan this out so that we could have several things hitting at a time. But that's where we are, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up to questions. We're going to try to keep these to 30 minutes. So we've got about another 10, 12 minutes of question time. We'll wrap it up and we'll get on with our day. So let's go ahead without further ado and open it up to questions. If you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand and we'll call on you.
Yeah, just use the raise hand feature and we'll unmute you and then you can ask your question. John, are you seeing any hand? Oh, there we go, Adam.
Yep, I got one. Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, hey there, guys. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can.
All right, nice. Thanks for knowing the question. So I have a question about staking. I know many things are not open to public right now, so yeah, I might not get an answer, and I'm fine with that. So the first question is, when you talk about staking, does that mean the same like proof of stake, like in the Ethereum new chain is gonna be?
You know, it can be thought in a similar way. I wouldn't think of it in the exact same way. It's not going to be used. So proof of stake in the staking ecosystem of, say, Ethereum or Cardano or any of these proof of stake chains, that's really used to secure the chain. So the more stakers you have in a proof of stake chain, the safer that chain is, and the less likely a 51% attack would be for that specific chain. Since our chain will be privatized, we're not going to have that same risk of a 51% hack, and so our staking will work a little bit differently. Our staking will work more like a parking your funds to receive your interest versus a putting your token into an ecosystem so that it's secured for against a 51% hack and getting rewards for securing against that 51% hack. Similar, but not the same.
All right. So like what I mean is I don't know, like if like the only disadvantage is that it, you know, like it would be logged.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up really bad.
There's an actual chance of losing the coins, or. All right, sorry. Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now.
All right. Okay, sorry. So what I wanted to ask the second question, if that's all right. So actually kind of multiple question in one. First is, if you stake your coins, will you still receive the 3% of this on the staked coins?
Yes.
Great. And second, and I promise this is the last. I don't want to hold the entire Q&A. And sorry. So what are the like disadvantages or risks in staking a coin?
No disadvantages and no risks in staking a coin. I mean, we're trying to minimize risks as much as possible. Again, I think the only thing we can't guarantee is that every loan made will be paid back on the time that people, it happens where people don't pay their loans off, but that's why these are secured loans and unsecured loans. They're asset-backed loans. That way we can go get the asset back, we can repossess the asset, and we can take it back and we can make ourselves whole again. But really that's the main risk that we see right now. And that's the only risk we really want to have in the ecosystem. And that's why we're going with asset-backed lending as opposed to unsecured lending, where you're just giving money to people and hope they pay it back.
All right. Okay. So if I understand this correctly, it will be like a button in your wallet. You can stake your coins, and the only disadvantage, if you call it that, is that you cannot sell those coins before you get the sweet little USDTs, and that's it, right?
Well, you would be able to take them out, but yeah, you would lose out on the ability. So we're going to have an algorithm that essentially tracks how long you've kept your tokens in there. And based on the size of your wallet relative to the stake pool and the length of time that you're keeping your tokens in there will determine how much of the interest you gain out of that stake pool. And that'll keep whales from coming in and just staking for a day or two and getting a big portion of the stake, right? So you can still sell your tokens at any time. There won't be a definitive lockup period, but there will be an algorithm that keeps people, again, from doing any type of scenario where they come in very quickly, take a lot of the stake interest out in a very short period of time, and then leave.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much. Sounds amazing. And that was all. Thanks for allowing me to ask my questions.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, we're just going to take a few more here, guys. So go ahead, Michael.
Okay. Hey, John. Appreciate the updates. Very exciting stuff on the social and kind of organic growth front and with exchanges and AMAs. Curious, you mentioned during our last AMA around venture capital, and I know you're going to be doing some pitches here shortly through LA Token. Some of the deals you were mentioning before, how far along are they? Question one. Question two, will they be investing on Binance Chain or Ethereum?
We're going to, anybody who comes into the ecosystem, we're going to make them invest into both chains because it is an ecosystem. It's not one or the other. It's a whole ecosystem. So they'll be vesting in both chains. And that's part of the deal that we have been talking about with them. Yes, there will be a vest period. And yes, as far as how close we are, since we're not rushing to launch the BSC chain, initiative right now, we want to make sure we do it at the right timing. We've got a lot of things on our plate right now. It's definitely not a rush item. We don't need to rush it. It's not going to, really help anybody to rush it. We want to do it with the right time, the right initiative. We want to make sure that the right people are, involved out the gate with it. So part of this is for, a couple of advisors that we've been working with that we want to bring on, as well as VCs. Now, as far as timelines on the VCs, those will coincide with the VCs and the BSC launch. So we're trying to wrap those up here within the next, call it, week to week and a half. That's our timeline right now.
Amazing. I appreciate it. And from my mind, it goes through more money in from the VCs, to me means greater price growth. I know we're not talking about that. Obviously, it's a very long-term play, but just very curious, and I appreciate your answers.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right. Raise your hand.
So we'll take one more question. We're almost at 11:30. We're going to try to keep these things to 30 minutes, guys, just to give everybody a quick read and a quick listen when we do these playbacks. I know that sometimes 45 minutes, and also.
Okay, that's one in chat there that someone was asking. When our wallet is live, is there going to be a fee to move token from a different wallet into our wallet? I think there's going to be a movement fee, but I think they're asking mostly about the 7% tax.
Well, remember, the way that we were thinking about this the other day, and instead of forcing people to create a new wallet, what we just did was we created an import wallet feature. So technically, you won't have to do any fee movements. You can just import your wallet off of Coinbase or wherever your other wallet is at. You can import it into the Bank Social wallet immediately and start using the wallet immediately without any fees or anything. So instead of making it to where you have to transfer out of Coinbase and turn off the tax and make it a complex feature, we just said, you know what, it'd be way better if we just put an import wallet feature onto the Bank Social wallet, and that way people could just import their wallet with their passphrase and be done. So that's going to be the method of which we feel is the best method and the best way to do this. And that's how we're going to do it.
There we go. That's a perfect answer. All right. That brings us to 12:30.
So great, guys. Thanks, everybody, so much. A lot of great stuff coming out here in the next few days. You're going to see a lot of social media posts coming out. Be looking out for those AMAs. Watch the Telegram room and the growth that's going to happen in the Telegram room and our socials. Get ready for that. Let's 5X the Facebook group together to get that momentum going. And we're going to have a lot of big news coming out here in the next few days. So our next AMA that we're going to do, because we're starting to do these external AMAs, the next AMA we're going to do for the community is a Saturday AMA at 11, right, Michael?
That's correct. Saturday, 11 CST, so 12 o'clock Eastern time. I can't remember what that is, UTC.
5 o'clock, I think.
5 o'clock?
4. Yeah,
4
thanks, Joey.
UTC, yeah.
Yep, 4 UTC. All right. So thanks, everybody. Have a great day. We'll talk to everybody very, very soon, and have a great day or a great night wherever you're at. All the love and all the power, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, John.